Hello everyone, it's Ghost Killer, and I am coming back with my part 2 of my Marvel Rivals tier list. We left off on Mantis, so let's just go straight into Adam Warlock and not waste any time. Adam is fine, it's just you can't really play him in duo support just like Mantis. You have to kind of triple support when you're playing with Adam because his cooldowns are so significant and so massive, and his ult is very inconsistent. You either kill the whole team or bring them back. He's not bad, but he's not one of the best healers in the game. Penny is just okay. The narrative that low rank players and low level players struggle when it comes to Penny is kind of misguided because you don't even see people play Penny that much. But when they do play against Penny, oftentimes, yes, it is true, they don't counter her, they don't deal with her, and she wrecks lobbies. She's annoying. 1 second. Sorry, I had to sneeze. She's annoying to deal with, but she's not very good. She's just okay at best, and she's not really a problem as long as you deal with her. And yeah, low rank players do not deal with Penny for some reason. Iron Man is fucking annoying. I hate the shit out of Iron Man. It takes no skill to play this character, yet he does so much fucking damage and has a deleting ult, a insta-kill ult, so that, it can get blocked, sure, but when it hits, it's really felt. And so I just feel like Iron Man is a big problem in this game, and I really hope that characters like him get adjusted and reworked to not be these skillless, high damage characters that really have no purpose in this game. Blade, I feel like, has actually improved quite significantly with the changes he recently got. I've recently gone against Blade a couple of times this season, and I feel like my health just melts whenever he's near me. Like, nobody else is even around, and he's just the only one hitting me, and my health bar just deletes on any interaction with this character. He's actually kind of pretty good, if you ask me. He's not crazy, but he is pretty good. Black Panther, the menace himself, the low rank player mercenary. A lot of people, if you look at their tier lists, they're going to have Black Panther as the worst character in the game. I completely disagree. If you're a top level player in Marvel Rivals, sure, he's probably not a problem. But for a lot of people, especially myself, if there's even a half decent Black Panther in my lobby, he runs it. He literally runs the lobby. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Sure, you can counter him, but you trying to counter Black Panther also relies on your teammates doing things to help you counter Black Panther, and more times than not, in my experience, my teammates just don't do that, so he runs lobbies. Moon Knight is another skillless character that just has way too much viability and way too much impact on a match without really doing much of anything. He's more skillful than some other characters in this game, but he's not really skillful at all. You just shoot into a crowd of people, and he is the reason why low rank players don't want to group up, because if there's a Moon Knight, they just get deleted. He also builds ult insanely fast, probably has the fastest ult charge in the entire game. He's just fine. He's not crazy. I wouldn't put him any higher than this. Squirrel Girl is a nuisance. I hate the concept of her. I think that she is a poison on the game. Honestly, she's not even that good, but the fact that there's this character in the game that just has such high damage with such little skill. People say the Scarlet Witch is a no-skill character. They are wrong, and I will get to that momentarily, but this character, Squirrel Girl, is the lowest skill character in the game, and it's not close. Delete Squirrel Girl. She is a bad image of Marvel Rivals, and she does a terrible job at promoting what a DPS should look like and how people should play Marvel Rivals. Hulk, I've seen a lot of people put him in the lower tiers of their tier list, but he's just fine. I don't see too much of a problem with him. I'm never scared of Hulk, just like with Rogue or Thing or Thor, but he's not the worst character in the game. I don't think it's really even close. He's just fine. He's nothing to worry about. Maybe he could use a couple of buffs, but I can't justify putting him any lower than like B or C. I don't think he's even remotely close to that, but I will definitely agree that he's the worst tank in the game. Magik, I love Magik, don't get me wrong, but man, does it suck to play her. I have recently just lorded Magik, and boy, was it a frustrating experience. Everything in the game is like designed to counter this character, and it just fucking sucks when you try to play her and you just get no value because there's so many things in the match that are countering her, even if the other team isn't trying to. She is really fun. I think she's the most fun character in the game, but it's so difficult to play her. And when you play her well, she's really strong. It's just being able to play her normally is such a nightmare. Hawkeye is really good in the right hands, but fortunately for most players don't have the right hands for Hawkeye. He's run my lobbies a couple of times, I've experienced it, but more times than not, he's just kind of there. He's a better Black Widow who can one-shot and has a way better ultimate, but outside of his damage potential, he doesn't really have anything, so I can't really justify putting him any higher than C. He doesn't have that much going for him. The Ultron buff was decent, but it's just kind of whatever. I've never felt too bad about Ultron, but he's never been like higher than B tier for me, and I don't think he's the worst character in the game. He's definitely the worst healer in the game, the only healer I have below C tier. He needs a little bit of love. He's not bad. His damage is actually really good if you can aim, but sorry, he's not the worst healer in the game. Jeff is, and we'll talk about that in a second, but yeah, Ultron needs a little bit of love. He's just not good enough unless you're playing him in triple support. Jeff, I have consistently kept in C or B tier even before his rework. I don't think he was ever a or S tier character. I think a lot of tier lists where you see him in A or S massively overrate his value. He's just mid. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage. His healing is whatever. He's not good in duo support. Most Jeff players that I run into are bots. Honestly, I hate people who play Jeff. They're always playing like dog shit, whether it's on purpose or not. It just feels like Jeff is a throw pick for 90% of the cast. Don't pick Jeff if you're going to play support. Play literally any other healer. That includes Ultron. But Jeff is not terrible. He's not the worst character in the game. He's just whatever. Iron Fist is fine. He's not very good. I've never been scared going against an Iron Fist. He doesn't have that many ways of killing people, especially if they're not by themselves. Even in ult, he struggles to get kills, but he's just okay. I mean, he got a couple of nerfs a while back that really hurt him. I don't really care too much about Iron Fist. He's just C tier at best. My girl, Scarlet. A lot of people say the Scarlet Witch is no skill. They are wrong. Scarlet takes way more skill than people will admit that she does, because their opinion of Scarlet Witch is based solely off of the fact that their only way of playing Scarlet is holding primary fire and doing nothing else. Using her abilities fully is actually so much more skillful than you realize. There's so much more to her kit than people will lead you on to believe. I feel like people are just on purpose pretending that Scarlet Witch doesn't take skill, because she does. I have a lot of experience with her. Trust and believe me, Scarlet takes skill. She's a skill check character. If you are bad at the game, Scarlet Witch will dominate you. But against competent players, it is actually really difficult to play Scarlet in any capacity. She's good at countering dive, but like trying to get in and actually have impact, it's really difficult. You can't use her ult 90% of the time, and she gets CC'd by everything. It's hard. She doesn't really do damage. Her daggers, we all know the recent change that she just got that was supposed to make her so much better, but ended up being a bug anyways, which fucking sucks. Really, they need to bring that back. Either way, she needs a rework. She needs to get changed. I love Scarlet, but she's definitely not good. But she's not no skill like people think she is, and fight me on that if you don't agree. Spider-Man is just whatever. He's not horrible, but he's not good. He's got a bunch of nerfs over the past several months that have really reined in his impact, and that's led him to be here. I feel like he and Black Panther are one and the same, where you can't really buff them because of the nature of their character. So, honestly, I'm perfectly fine with where Spider-Man is. Yeah, it sucks to play him, but a character that works the way that he does should be difficult to play, and that's what he is. He's difficult to play and difficult to make work, but when you can make him work, it's really good. The worst two characters in the game by far, and I don't think it's close, Johnny sucks. Human Torch sucks, and the recent changes to Human Torch have not really helped him. He's gotten a little bit of a buff in the last patch, but it's just nothing. He sucks. He's not good. Literally, I never see people play him in my lobbies. Probably the same in higher rank as well. Nobody plays this character. He does nothing. He needs a rework. I don't think he needs even just a buff. He needs a rework. Complete rework. To be more of a long-range character, potentially. I don't know, but he sucks as is, and there really is no fixing this character without either breaking him or continuing to make him be trash. Then, no surprise, we have Black Widow, the worst character in the game by far. I don't know what I would do to buff Black Widow. I really don't. You can't give her the Hawkeye treatment, because then you have a one-shot sniper, and you just have Widow from Overwatch all over again. You can't really do that, you know. I think she also needs a rework. There's a couple of characters down here in C and D that need a rework, and she's definitely one of the first ones that need to be on that list of reworks. Black Panther also needs a rework, but Black Widow just sucks. She's not good at anything. You have to be really good at hitting your shots to even make her work to begin with, and I just don't think it's a worthwhile thing to even attempt. You're better off picking almost literally any other character in the game. But that's my tier list. I'll scroll up one more time just so that you can see the full list. Comment down below if you have any objections to what I've said. I'm willing to argue all day, every day with everything that I've said, so, you know, debate away in the comment section if you feel like it. Leave a like if you like this video, and tell me more about what you think about what I've said so far. And with that, I am Ghost Killer. I will see you all next time. Thank you.